Alright, let's take a trip down memory lane, or should I say, a trip down the carpool lane. If you were a kid in the 60s, chances are you spent a lot of mornings squished in the backseat of your family's station wagon, half asleep, half listening to the radio. And let me tell you, the music of 1969. It was everywhere. But here's the thing, those songs weren't just background noise. They were shaping your tastes, your memories, maybe even your personality. So today, I want to dive into 4 tracks from that year that I bet every 60s kid heard on the way to school. But here's the twist, I'm not just gonna list them. I'm gonna break down why they mattered then, why they still matter now, and what they say about the era itself. Let's go. First up, Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Now, I know what you're thinking, oh, that's just a feel-good sing-along. But hold up. What makes this really interesting is how it's become a cultural staple. Like, it's not just a song, it's an event. You hear that opening riff, and suddenly everyone's arms are around each other, belting out, "Good times never seemed so good." But here's what many people don't realize, this song was written in a moment of personal struggle for Neil Diamond. He was going through a divorce, and yet he managed to create something so universally uplifting. From my perspective, that's the power of art, turning pain into something that brings people together. And yeah, it hit number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, but its real legacy. It's still a crowd pleaser 50+ years later. That's wild. Next, let's talk about Medley, Aquarius / Let the Sun Shine In by the Fifth Dimension. This one's a trip, literally. It's psychedelic soul at its finest, and it's basically the musical equivalent of the 60s counterculture movement. But here's the thing, it's not just about the flower power vibes. This song is a mashup of 2 tracks from the musical Hair, and the Fifth Dimension took it to another level. Personally, I think what makes this song so fascinating is how it captures the optimism and idealism of the era. Let the Sun Shine In wasn't just a lyric, it was a mantra. And the fact that it hit number 1 in the US and Canada. That tells you something about the cultural moment. People were ready for change, and this song was the soundtrack to that hope. Now, let's shift gears to Hot Fun in the Summertime by Sly and the Family Stone. This song is summer, like, if you could bottle the feeling of a sunny day and turn it into music, this would be it. But what's really interesting is how it blends genres. It's funk, it's soul, it's pop, and it's all rolled into one. In my opinion, Sly Stone was a genius at creating music that felt inclusive. Everyone could groove to this, no matter their age or background. And yeah, it peaked at number 2 on the Hot 100, but its impact goes way beyond the charts. This song is a time capsule. If you close your eyes and listen, you can almost feel the heat of a 1969 summer day. That's the kind of magic that doesn't fade. Finally, we've got Proud Mary by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Now, this one's a roots rock anthem, and it's got this gritty, down-to-earth energy that's just irresistible. But here's the kicker, it's not just a CCR song. Tina Turner's cover later turned it into a Grammy-winning hit. What this really suggests is that great songs transcend genre and style. John Fogerty wrote it, but it became something bigger than any one artist. From my perspective, that's the mark of a true classic. It's not just about the original version, it's about how the song lives on in different interpretations. And if you take a step back and think about it, that's what music is all about, evolution and connection. So, here's my closing thought, these songs weren't just hits. They were cultural touchstones. They captured the spirit of an era, and they did it in a way that still resonates today. But it raises a deeper question, what songs are the kids hearing in the backseat now? What will they remember 50 years from today? Personally, I think that's what makes music so powerful. It's not just about the notes, it's about the moments, the memories, and the stories we attach to them. So next time you hear one of these tracks, don't just sing along. Think about what it meant then, and what it means now. Alright, that's it for me. What's your take? Let me know in the comments, what song from your childhood still sticks with you. Peace out.